Okay. Can you hear me on the mic? I'm assuming so. Just always scary. Oh, good. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Hey guys, Jacqueline Fernandez here on this fabulous gray Friday. Um, Regardless, thank you for joining me today at the Alert Center. It is Consumer Protection Week, so today we're going to talk about a good time to secure your identity for this week, which actually lasts until tomorrow the 11th, and then of course, hopefully, we can all learn a thing or two about this for the future and following weeks of our lives. So, Consumer Protection Week, a good time to secure your identity. This is a national holiday observed by the Federal Trade Commission. It's a great time for consumers to remind themselves of the varied ways you can take action to keep scammers out of your business, because you don't want those bad guys in there. There is no National Scam Consumers Week for the con artists. So every week of the year, they're after you. They're never just giving up 1 week because it's 1 week versus another week. As I say to my friends, just because it's Christmas doesn't mean the scammers are taking a break. So that's actually one of the heaviest scam times from what I can recall. So let's see, even the odds, and you can tip them in the favor. Here's remembering a few tips from the Better Business Bureau, They've actually partnered with the FTC, spotlighting this week-long emphasis on stopping financial scams. The FTC specifically designates this week as, quote, a time for helping people understand their consumer rights and avoid frauds and scams. You can always visit their website at ftc.gov. Let me go over here real quick, out of your view. Boop. Here's the Better Business Bureau website, but we can also see, show you my lack of web skills. ftc.gov. Federal Trade Commission, protecting Americans' consumers. That is us. Okay. So they do have a list of webinars on their website and other events that are directed towards this goal for this week. You'll also find links to many consumer protection resources at this site. So in the upper right-hand corner here, you can report a fraud, sign up for consumer alerts, search the legal library if you have any legal questions that you would like to get answered. So now, as far as the BBB, you want to arm yourself with the BBB's timeless tips for protecting your finances. They say, don't trust the appearance of legitimacy. Scammers are adept at making their websites and emails look legitimate. They copy and paste logos and graphics from real online sources to trick you into believing their lies. And again, we're going to head to the BBB website since we're doing their tips as of right now. Also, don't trust the caller ID. It's easily spoofed to read any way a scammer wants it to read. Don't trust links and attachments that come in unsolicited emails and texts. Clicking on them can put malware on your device. And this is something that I've experienced myself. I'm sure you've heard, if you work for a large company, they're always trying to get you to watch out for malware. And, if something looks suspicious, just don't click on it. I mean, ask your boss if he or she really did send you that email. So always some good tips there. Back to the BBB we go. Don't trust strangers who ask you to send them money, especially by wire transfer. The minute you do, those funds are gone. Prepaid debit cards or gift cards. Don't trust that. Always a scam. Do trust online sources when their website address contains the S in HTTPS. Look for the lock icon in the address bar as well. So that's something we can do. Be suspicious, if anyone you meet on Craigslist, on a dating site, or on social media. Scammers lie, and they are good at it, right? So the scary thing is, if you're on some of these sites, people want to present their best self, right? Like, especially on social media and all this kind of thing. So, scammers, how do you know the person you're talking to is really the person you're talking to? How do you know, if they show you these different photographs of what they're doing or who they apparently are? How do you know? It's as simple as a Google search to get these things up online and to get you to feel comfortable enough in hopes of falling for their scam and trusting them. So trust no one. Okay, back to the website we go. Now, all your personal identification information is highly valuable. giving away just a tiny portion of it can be enough for a skilled scammer to put together a fake version of you. So closely guard your banking info, your social security, insurance numbers. Another tip, make time your ally. Scammers press you to act quickly, right? So you won't be able to thoroughly consider their offer. So, take your time. Don't feel rushed. If they're rushing you, there's a reason. They want you to just do something at a drop of a hat without thinking about it. Another tip, resist the urge to overshare on social media. Scammers mine Facebook and Twitter to learn details about your identity. Be especially careful about sharing travel plans until after the effect. This is something that a lot of my friends do all the time that I've always thought is not smart, because guess what? When we go on your social media page and we see you drinking your pina colada in Acapulco, Mexico, we know you're not home. So that's, the first sign that, hey, this person isn't home, and perhaps, scammers might take advantage of that. So something to keep in mind there for sure. Another one, monitor your accounts carefully. Thieves will start with a tiny amount to see if you're paying attention, and then move to larger amounts if you don't. So thank goodness for online banking, right? So I pretty much check my account, once a week, give or take, just to make sure all these payments look legitimate. And it's happened in the past where I wasn't familiar with one of the payments that I apparently made, and it was just some online gaming platform. And if you know me, I'm not into online gaming at all, so that was a big red flag. And thankfully I found that before a bunch of other charges came on my credit card, so that was something to look out for there. And then use strong passwords and two-step verification on your online accounts. This is what the BBB also suggests. Always update your software and virus protection when you're prompted to do so. And now you kind of know what to look out for this week, Consumer Protection Week, and the following week and future weeks, right? So you can always access the website here, bbb.org, to look up a business, file a complaint, write a customer review, report a scam, or read tips. So always good stuff there. So before we go, let's take a look outside. This is I-480 and 20th Street from the NDOT camera. Not a lot of traffic out there this Friday. My goodness, it is a great day out there. So, I'm told this is actually a new camera too. So welcome, live, new cameras, exciting times for us. And again, thank you for joining me at the Alert Center this afternoon. I try to show up every Friday around noon to give you some tips and some alerts from the Better Business Bureau. And of course, thank you to Josh and the whole team at the BBB for sending me these tips beforehand. It's super helpful, and hopefully you can learn a thing or two. But until next Friday, Jacqueline Fernandez at the Alert Center. Have a good day.